Hi, my name is David Watts, and I'm one of the creators behind the Verressa Universe brand. Growing up, I always admired strong women. My family, from my great-grandmother to my grandmother to my mother, my aunts, they were all very strong and very resilient women. And I had a lot of strong men in my family too. And Verressa is the embodiment of that culture, of what I experienced growing up. She is a hustler. She's kind, she's nurturing, but she ain't no fool. And I wanted to kind of embody and personify this character that I saw in the people that helped shape and mold me as I was growing up. Veressa's backstory is she was discovered on Instagram selling knockoff jewelry, right? And she was such a dynamic and charismatic personality that she caught the attention of a television producer at Onstage Plus, right? And so it was basically her daughter who recorded her on her cell phone and then put it up and sent it to Onstage Plus because she heard they were looking for someone to host their own TV show. So that's kind of Veressa's backstory. But it goes deeper than that. My Uncle Kevin, rest in peace, he used to sell socks when I was younger. I was like around 8-10 years old. And I remember he used to say, "Nephew, everybody needs socks." And I grew up in Buffalo, New York. And so that's upstate. My uncle would go to New York City every weekend to Queens, which is where Veressa's kind of origin is from in her backstory. And he would sell socks. And he would come back with like $500. And back during that time, that was a lot of money. I'm talking about like late the 70s, early 80s. And it's like, "How'd you do that, Uncle?" He's like, "Everybody needs socks." And, I was always at one, like, "What if they ain't got no legs?" He would go, "Well, they know somebody that got legs, okay? Or they got feet." Because I would say, "What if they ain't got no feet?" He said, "They know somebody that got feet." And he would go, this is before Walmart. He would go outside the Kmart's, and, the Woolworths, and he would sell these socks out the trunk of his car, And he had that tenacity, that he was bold, he was unapologetic. And he knew what he had was something people needed. He was like, "Look around you, everybody got feet," right? So in his mind, there was no way people could say no. And it's that tenacity and that tenaciousness that he passed down to me. And my father, a little more reserved. He was like, Kevin, But my father was the funny guy. My father was the comedian, and things like that. And of course, growing up, my godfather, Joe, he was a comedian. So having those different kind of influences on me. And then of course the women in my life, like I said, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, my aunties, they were all strong. They were like, "We're gonna make it by any means necessary." Literally, before I even knew Malcolm X had kind of said that, I was hearing it when I was growing up. Like, if something happens, that's okay. You go work it out. You go work around it. Everything's going to be okay. You got to cry. Okay, go on. You done? And I tend to have that embodiment in Veressa. So she is the best of all the things. And sometimes, sometimes the worst of a few things too, where sometimes she's just all or nothing, But that was one of the things that was a catalyst for the character and the persona. So what I'm saying is to say, first you got to start with authenticity. Build and draw from what you know. Don't build and draw from what you see other people doing or what you've seen other people having success with. You've got to build from what you know. If you do that, you are on a solid footing because that is something and no one can take that away from you. So that's the first thing. Authenticity. Be who you are, not who you think you should be.
Yeah. Oh, Verressa. Oh. From the black to the screen. Oh. From the struggle to the dream. Yeah. She came from Queens with a pocket full of plans. One baby girl and the whole world in her hands. Bills on the table, dreams in her eyes. Had to learn how to smile while she learned how to survive. They counted her out but she counted her blessings. Turned every loss into one more lesson. No silver spoon, no easy way through. Just faith in her heart, in a vision she knew. She was selling what she had, making something out of nothing. Everybody talked, but she just kept running. Late nights, long days, still kept it moving. Single mama with a dream, had the whole world grooving. And when the lights went low, she let her fire show. They didn't know her name, now everybody knows. This is Verressa's universe. She took the pain and made it work. Built a brand from the ground. Now the whole world's tuned in now. This is Verressa's time to shine. Single mama with an empire mind. From the hustle to the stage, she turned the struggle into praise. Verressa's universe. She made it through the worst. Yeah, she had a dream bigger than the city lights. Kept the baby close and the purpose tight. Cindy said, mama, you gon' be a star. She said, baby, we already are. Then came the cameras, came the car. On stage plus said, girl, we see it all. The attitude, the wisdom, the comedy, the fire. A whole brand born from a mama's desire. Now she got merch, got fans, got a whole community. Turned her life into opportunity. From live streams to TV screens worldwide, she walks in faith with her head held high. And when they said no way, she said, watch me